afternoon showers, and then likely thunderstorms overnight Saturday night. 80 Saturday, cooler and sunny again, low 60s on Sunday, colder again Monday, Tuesday of next week. Ralph Sanji, WGSO. Tractor trucks, trailers, pickups, autos, motorcycles, golf cars, sports cars, farm tractors, service vehicles, dump trucks, containers, RVs, campers, boats, motors, lawn equipment, and more. The two-day spring public auction accepting your consignments too at Henderson Auctions in Livingston, Louisiana. Thursday, March 20th, 9 a.m. Friday, March 21st, 10 a.m. Register now at hendersonauctions.com. This is license number 80-459.
The views expressed on Only Good Vibes News Network are solely those of its hosts and guests. They in no way reflect the views of WGSO AM 997.
Good people, good music, good food, good art, good energy, good information, good medicine, good time, good vibes, good music. Welcome to New Orleans' Only Good Vibes News Network.
When it's dark, look on the bright side. And when it rains, wait on the sunshine. Everybody likes getting them good vibes, 'cause everybody's got a heart on the inside. We can take all the hard lessons, that little loving, and turn them into blessings. Don't complicate it, keep it simple. Just work hard and be nice to people.
Yeah, here we go. Just work hard and be nice to people. Whistle, we're back, man. I got a good vibe today. Yeah,
I cannot believe it has been season 2.
Now we've had a heck of a week here on between episode 1 and episode 2 of season 2. We were at the Super Bowl. We were part of the Super Bowl presser. We had a good time.
Very impressive. I mean, the Super Bowl. You know, first of all, I want to welcome everybody back to Only Good Vibes News Network, Season 2, Show 2.
That's right, number 202 right here. You can check us out on the
interweb.
YouTubes. Yeah,
YouTube.
Check us out on the YouTube.
Only Good Vibes News Network. Yeah.
Hey.
Jamie's all dressed up, man. You looking good over here.
I got a face for radio. You know, say.
And
I wanted to start the show off as we usually do with some words of wisdom from you and your random Zen cards that you're picking out there. What do you got for us? What are your words today?
All this show is brought to you by NOLA Motorsports Park on the West Bank.
On the West Bank.
Without these guys, we wouldn't have a show.
We would have a
very major sponsor.
But we have some great sponsors. We'll be talking about them all hour.
Yes,
we're going to be talking about Frenchy Galleries.
Yes,
yeah,
and we have Trinas, and a house guest.
Oh, that's right. We have an in-house guest, Trinas, who's also going to be helping us with the show.
From Jamie and I are going to change up this season 2 a little bit. You can see a lot of fun, different things that we're doing. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the Zen cards first, like we always do, right, Jay?
That's right. We're going to save our guest.
Yeah. So our first Zen card of the day is understanding. It says, what happens to you does not matter. What you become through those experiences is all that is significant. This is the true meaning of life. Wow. I mean, that's pretty profound.
Hey, we're in the midst of a wonderful experience right now.
That's kind of how we try and get our listeners to understand and learn. Like, you know, what happens to you doesn't matter. It's what you become during those things, and what makes you tougher and stronger mentally. And, you know, that's what life is about. That's the true meaning of life. And then the other Zen card is wisdom. You can't have understanding without wisdom, I guess, Jay.
You really can't, huh?
And so treat everyone and everything with loving compassion. When you see no difference between the sacred and the profane, the saint or the sinner, that is the ultimate wisdom. Wow.
Love and compassion are the ultimate wisdom. I do like that. And that is a good vibe right there.
Hey, and one thing I wanted to do, and I'm going to get myself a timer on this. We cannot go any further without giving a moment of silence. I'd like to do 30 seconds, if that's okay, for the great Tom Fitzmaurice. I mean,
you got it all queued up for us?
Yes. You know, he is definitely a special person in Louisiana.
We follow his show right here on the radio.
Yeah,
I have followed
Marianne,
his advice.
Send out our positive vibes, blessing and healing vibes to you and the family. And I know he's close to you guys too, Ron. You got a real special relationship with Tom.
Yeah, man.
So I'm going to go ahead and give it a 30-second moment of silence, if that's okay, guys.
Oh, give us a whistle when it's up. Peace be with you, Tom.
Peace be with you. Amen. One time for Tom. We love that guy. I have so many good memories with this guy. He just, besides call him, ask him for what should I eat.
I told this on the food show last hour, but my fondest memory with Tom is I was his producer for many years. And the first year I worked with him, one of the shows happened to fall on, around Christmas. So he walks in, we speak, we say hello, and he's like, "Hey, Ryan, I got a gift for you." And he says, "This might just be your size." And I'm like, "Okay, well, what is it?" So it's a Christmas card. Okay, it's a Christmas card. Thanks, Tom. And I'm like, I got stuff going on. I'm trying to get him ready for his show. And all of a sudden, $100 bill drops out of the card. And he's like, "See, I told you, it was just your size." I don't have the $100 bill, but I still have the card.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So
Ron, I mean, Tom is a special person. I was
very much so
blessed to know him and blessed to share some events that him and I did. I make it this wrong. I think it might have been Frank Bryson. My memory kind of fails me, but me and Tom and Marianne may remember who it was, but we were at the canal place and we had to judge some the cans, like the food, like they have a can drive. And people built all these extravagant things with the cans.
Right.
And we ran through, and it's just such a. The guy knows so much about food. It's a plethora of knowledge, and I mean, he will be missed.
Yeah,
he will be missed, and we could not go any further without doing that. But we do have a lot of good things, Jay. You and I can talk about.
Of course, I wanted to start off just talking about what an intense vibe it was there in the convention center. We Whistle contacted the NFL and got us press passes to go down there on Radio Row. And it was intense. It seemed that every broadcasting station in the world had a setup down there, and
including WGSO 990, Only Good Vibes News Network.
That's right. We were there on the floor. My friend Whistle here, he got to talk with Marcus Colston.
Yes,
for a while. And,
it was so much fun, man. Like the fact that I actually had a media pass was bigger than the Super Bowl to me and Jamie. Like one moment we sit there because, I've had these domain names for over 15 years, and Jamie was a person who was the right fit.
I was like, we can do this. Like, first step is this. Whistle takes the first step. Second step is this. It's just step by step. We just made this happen and manifested.
And then to be down there on Radio Row, man, and just have that pass and be like walking around with it, and it's got a Super Bowl logo on it, dude. It was money. Yeah.
And so money. And everybody from the sports broadcasting world and from very much the broadcasting world at large was there, and they were our peers, and that felt really good.
Felt really good.
It was good, man. Have you been down that to Row?
I didn't go, man, because
you were working like most people.
I wasn't working. I actually had a stomach virus.
No. So I had a lot of that going around. I think my mother-in-law had it, and my mom had it. My mother-in-law and my wife had it, but
it was bad. But I did not expect the Eagles to almost cuss, but I did not.
To whip it like that.
Oh man, that was amazing.
Yeah, they were unstoppable. They've got those big defensive guys, man. Well, their whole team. Like I hear they weigh more than any team in the nation.
Really?
They were the heaviest team. Yeah, they had the biggest boys.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we are doing here is we're gonna make it more of a point to have time with Jamie and I, or just we could go over the last week and stuff, Ron. Like you want to talk about some things that was there. We're gonna kind of so we could give our guests the majority of our time. Start with a real
positive vibe.
Yeah, and one of the things that I want folks to always take back from this, Jamie and I both want this. We want you to know that it's okay to do these big six things that we kind of our last schedule kind of didn't give us an opportunity to do it, but we're able to do it now. it's always if you don't see a good. How's it go, Jamie?
The big six.
Not the big six. We switched to the
All
big
right, no,
six.
the big
because we don't
six.
pay a bill.
No.
If you don't see one, be one. That part.
Look, I want to remind everybody out there that we'll be back in just a moment with our buddy Stanley. The world is full of good people.
If you don't see one, be one. That's the one. That's the short version. We'll come back with the big six after we get Stan on the line here with the student.
We got it.
From Trinas. Who dat?
Real Talk with Revolution is back. Please join us from 11 to 12 every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on WGSO 990 AM and streaming live at WGSO.com.
Hey, Mimi, we love Wednesdays, but we're moving to a new time.
Listen to He Said, She Said, Wednesdays at 6 p.m.
Right here on WGSO.
It's pet trendologist Charlotte Reed. Listen to the latest pet trends with benefits on the Pet Buzz, airing every Saturday at 6 p.m. Join me as I talk all things pets, from animal health and wellness, money-saving tips, the newest pet products, celebrity pet gossip, breaking news, and more. Our expert guests are in the know and in the now. To learn more about our unique program, our guest, and me, your host, listen to the show on WGSO 990, the community voice of the Crescent City.
Don't get stuck in boring talk radio. Give it a much-needed splash of laughs and a little Southern Louisiana flavor with Implicit Bias Radio. I'm Kevon Bordelon. Join the crew and I each Saturday morning from 7 to 9 a.m. as we give our thoughts on what's going down around the country. We'll crack open a fresh bottle of whiskey each week as we talk about what's swirling around in our heads and in the glasses. The Implicit Bias Radio Show, every Saturday morning, 7 to 9 a.m. on WGSO 990 AM.
Hey, this is BJ Russ. Make sure you join me every Saturday night for the Something to Say radio show right here on WGSO 990 AM. We'll be on from 7 to 8 p.m. We'll talk sports, music, movies, and pretty much anything in between. Saturday nights at 7 p.m. on WGSO 990 AM. That's the place to be. And don't forget that you can listen to us on WGSO.com and on the Mixler app.
Hey, this is Drew Robinson. I've been an entrepreneur, coach, and dad for over 30 years. I'm not sure what that makes me other than someone with a unique perspective on life. On the Coach Rob Show, we'll look at life's challenges and have some fun, looking through the lens of faith, family, and football. News of the week, sports, movies, and my guests. I hope you'll join me on the Coach Rob Show, Saturdays at noon on WGSO 990 and streaming on demand at WGSO.com.
New Orleans, are you ready to have a conversation? Well, if you are, Ryan Richardson is here to tell you that you should tune into my show, Conversations with Ryan Richardson, every Saturday afternoon from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. right here on WGSO 990 AM and WGSO.com, where we discuss mental health, disability, and everyday life. Tune in to Conversations with Ryan Richardson every Saturday afternoon from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. on WGSO 990 AM and WGSO.com. New Orleans, let's have a conversation.
Hi, everybody. This is Jackie Gumbo. I'm inviting you to join me every Sunday at 5 p.m. for Uncle Jackie's Gumbo, heard only on WGSO 990 AM or WGSO.com.
What's up, my people? This is Derek Smoker Freeman. You're listening to the Only Good Vibes News Network with Jamie and Whistle right here on AM 990 in New Orleans. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Louie. What's up,
That
Louie?
one goes out to my king, Louie.
Louie is the king
That's
of,
right.
well, he isn't the king yet.
Nah,
We still
he's
have a
gonna
current
be
king,
it.
Mr. Robustus Andrew Everything Quaid.
I want to remind you that Only Good Vibes News Network is brought to you by NOLA Motorsports Park.
On the West Bank.
Go on over to NOLA Motorsports Park and ride their go-kart track. Try out their new miniature golf course over there and get some of that good food.
Yeah, it definitely is arcades. There's axe throwing. There's golf carts. It said it was over 18 different configurations?
No. 80 configurations. 80 configurations for the go-kart track.
Wow.
Yeah. But enough about that. Let's get to our guest today. Stanley Meadows, welcome to the studio. Thanks for coming on our show.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
It is absolutely our pleasure, and we always enjoy when we see you over at Trenas as part of our planning for the crew of Oak that we do, and we always love seeing you over there. It's great to have you on the show.
We love seeing you guys over there, and Rachel and Reagan, and all my friends.
Henry Staples, the owner of Maple Leaf, who we love to have our meetings over there because, look, if you guys are looking to have a meeting over at Trenas, I'm sure they can accommodate you. They do parties, they do large groups, and
or just go over there for lunch. I'll tell you, the last time we were there, they sent out an oyster log. It had every kind of oyster I ever saw in my life on that thing. It was so good.
That came from we didn't have money for plates when we first started. So Chef Brandon Jenkins, one of our partners, went out in the swamp and brought these logs, cypress logs, finished them up, and it's become a signature item.
I love it. And then we also got a charcuterie board, and I'll tell you, it's really quite a skill to put all those terrines and those pâtés together. So hats off to your chef. That's real high quality work you guys are doing.
They do a good job with that. It's a little intimidating because our friends and neighbors across the road, Luke,
right,
do a very good charcuterie board. And it's a little bit intimidating when we tried that, but it turned out nice.
Oh, I thought everything was absolutely perfect.
I really did think you guys paired everything well. And I think that when I go into Trenas, it's such a high-end feel. It really does feel super high-end. And
yeah, they have those fancy cocktails. Even though we don't drink, they're always making us like mocktails.
Killer mocktails. That's what I was going to tell people. You can get a mocktail there. You can, Jimmy Richard. And is it the other chef name's Matt, right?
Chef Matt. He's
Chef Matt.
One of our partners.
Yeah, those guys, I'm telling you, zero flaws over there, man. You guys, what you see is what you get. You guys are very standard, upfront stand. Like, I got to be honest. It's really, when we think about our meetings, there's only one place we really all love to go, and it's there. It's because we feel like this is an opportunity for us to go to a nice restaurant, like any person. If you're going to have a meeting with someone and say, where do you want to go? You want to go to the best place because you're probably not going to be paying.
So I don't really know you very well. I'm just curious, how did you get involved with the hospitality industry? What was your draw to that?
Oh, I've been doing this since I was a kid. This is probably my 50th year being in the hospitality industry.
Wow.
In Florida, I came over here from Florida. I started with Jim Richard. You brought up Chef Richard a minute ago. About almost 20 years ago, started a company called Stinky's Fish Camp.
Oh, okay.
Legendary.
Actually, and the owner of the Intercontinental Hotel had lunch at Stinky's and decided that we needed to put a restaurant in the Intercontinental.
Well, there you have it. We are always breaking news on this show.
And we wanted to call it Stinky's, but they wouldn't let us. So the next best thing is we looked up what a trench was, a ditch, and that's a Trenas.
I was going to quiz Jamie on that, but
I didn't know that. No, I didn't know.
A Trenas is a path through the swamps, through the weeds to get to a fishing hole or watering or a fishing hole, correct? Like if you want to cutting away a path through the swamp so you can get to a fishing area. Trenas, see?
I love it. Hey, and you can go and look at their menu and look at their website, make reservations, do what you need to do at trenasse.com. That's TRENASSE.com, and you can check all that out for yourself.
And they have a lot of different special things that they do, like, well, you get the $18 thing, I think that is. That's like the most awesome thing for lunch. You get to pick two things, right? On that $18 menu. And it could be like a po' boy and a salad, or it could be like a salad and soup, or whatever. You get to mix it up. So, Stan, I got a few questions that we're going to start asking our guests. As far as food goes and drinks, without adding Trenas in it, in New Orleans, or you could say Louisiana as far as that concerns, because this show is a Louisiana show, not just a New Orleans show. What is your favorite food and your favorite drink?
My favorite food by far is fried chicken.
Whoa. Okay.
Fried chicken. Actually, during COVID, I bought a motorhome and spent 2 years driving around 26 different states, and went up the Tamale Trail, went up the Fried Chicken Trail through Mississippi.
What's the so just regular fried batter? There's some kind of spice. Is it like a Popeye spice, or is it just like you? Like I have my own chicken recipe where I do. It's called oven fried chicken. I don't know if you ever did it, but it's basically you do it like you're gonna fry it, but you put it in a pan, and then you put it in the oven for like hour and 40 minutes. It turns it into fried chicken, but it's very how do I explain it? It's not as greasy and everything, but it's very good. And maybe you should try it. I might have to cook some of that for you, Stan.
Okay, I want to know, Stan. You took a trip up Mississippi and ate at every fried chicken place. Did you find a place that was better than the fried chicken in New Orleans?
No, I didn't. I can't find a better fried chicken than Coop's.
Yeah,
Coops.
That's pretty special over there.
Coops.
Coops.
Coops and a quarter. They do a great job. Food is one of my passions. While I was out on the road visiting 26 states, I would call in once a week to Tom Fitzmaurice's show.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a great experience for me. And
you and Tom are really, really close. I know that.
Yeah. One of my favorite interviews with them was in Idaho. I interviewed the guy that owns the largest Pringle in the world.
Wow.
I got to see the largest Pringle in the world at the Idaho Baked Potato Museum.
How big was it?
It was probably 8 foot around.
So it was like the size of this desk, basically.
And Pringles aren't made with potatoes. I didn't know that until I went to the baked potato museum.
I was about to say.
Wait, Pringles are not made with potatoes?
No.
They're just made with starch?
Special sauce.
Stuff.
That's all you need to know.
Parts is parts.
Stuff, yeah. Stuff.
Pizza parts.
But yeah, Coop's fried chicken is probably my favorite with that rabbit jambalaya they got.
And the style of Coops is kind of the soaked in milk and then battered with spices and stuff. Some people have a whole like sort of cake batter that they dip their chicken in. Do you prefer one over the other?
I prefer not the heavy batter.
Not the cake batter.
Yeah. And of course, I wouldn't be from here if I didn't like Popeyes. I got to hit that at least once a week.
So for me, I have not ever had Coops. So it's going to be a place for me to check out, Coops. And, my other favorite place for chicken is, you should try it. I don't know if you've been there, but Neo's. They got some really good chickens right off of Broad Mount, Bienville.
We're talking to Stanley Meadows here from Trenas, and we got a whole half hour coming up next half hour with Stanley. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl. We're going to talk about our love for New Orleans and much, much more. So
so 2 more questions for fun stuff for Stan.
We're out of time.
Who that?
Calm down. Give me love for the life of me. Yeah. I know you gotta see to believe that I'm a changed man. I look up and do my rain dance. Give me love for the life of me. Yeah. We know that I was not.
Hey folks, it's Jeff Cruier. I've been with WGSO for 17 years as host and now president and general manager. WGSO is a community-based radio station, a nonprofit, locally operated. We believe in cultivating local talent and emphasizing local programs. If you have an interest in hosting your own program, then we have some prime spots available for you. Take advantage of this great offer. Email me at jeff@wgso.com or call me at 504-669-6076. Come fulfill your radio dreams at WGSO.
Get up early on Saturdays and talk LSU athletics with us. Tiger Rag Radio every Saturday morning, 5 to 7 on WGSO, the community voice of the Crescent City.
Tired of placing multiple calls to multiple vendors and getting the runaround? Turn to one resource who can get it done. Sir Speedy. We provide a wide spectrum of print, signs, and marketing services,
all backed by more than 5 decades of experience. So when you need that new brochure, direct marketing campaign, or signage to promote your brand, give us a call at 504-586-9812 or visit us online at SirSpeedyNewOrleans.com. Everything you need, one resource, Sir Speedy.
Hi, this is Susan Berniker bringing you a new show, Health Connections, every Wednesday afternoon at 5 p.m. when we explore health from doctors, researchers, scientists, naturopaths, pharmacists, authors, fitness, and more. You'll be able to call in and ask your own health questions. So join me, Susan Berniker, every Wednesday at 5 p.m. right here on WGSO 990 AM with Health Connections.
Hi, this is Rusty, owner of the Olive Branch Cafe. Join me on Tuesdays at 4 for the Best Bank Hour on WGSO 990.
Listen each weeknight from 7 to 9 p.m. with Louis R. Avalone and Stephen Parr here on WGSO 990 AM.
Louisiana Radio Network, I'm Colleen Crane. A report of a student in possession of a vape on a school bus led to the discovery of alleged organized crime activity. During an investigation, detectives with DeRidder Police Department and the Beauregard Sheriff's Office with the school resource officer discovered a firearm that was to be delivered to another student, and there was a plan to fight another juvenile group outside school. 8 students aged 13 to 18 have been arrested and more are expected. While searching a home reported to be a hangout for the juveniles, authorities found 27 firearms. The investigation is ongoing. The Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries says it's found 3 more positive captive cases of chronic wasting disease in deer. The recent detections were in Concordia, St. Landry, and Tangipahoa parishes, and they're linked to a CWD positive deer pen in Jefferson Davis Parish. LDWF veterinarian Dr. Jonathan Roberts says CWD has not been shown to be contagious to humans.
Currently, there has been no confirmation of CWD in humans.
LRN.
Tiger fans, are you looking for the latest news on all things LSU? Then Tiger Rag Magazine is your go-to source. Whether you pick up the magazine or browse over to the website, Tiger Rag Magazine provides you with the most up-to-date information on all the sports, university, and recruiting news that matters to you. Find it at your local newsstand or online at tigerrag.com. Here we go. Let's face it, we all know that the recruiting scene at LSU can get a little wild. Don't fret. Now more than ever, Tiger Rag Magazine is staying ahead of the game when it comes to name, image, likeness regulations. Thanks to our Tiger Rag Magazine experts and analysts, we can help you understand what it means to LSU and how you can stay informed on this rapidly changing landscape. Plus, our website makes it easy for fans to get their hands on all the information they need about LSU athletics. Get your subscriptions today. So if you're looking for in-depth coverage of everything LSU, look no further than Tiger Rag Magazine. Available on newsstands or online, tigerrag.com.
You tired of the same old weekend routine? Looking for something new and exciting?
Then get ready to rev your engines at Throttle and Swing, the ultimate entertainment destination at NOLA Motorsports Park.
That's right. We're talking an 80 configuration go-kart track that'll have you feeling like a pro racer.
But that's not all. We've also got a brand new 18-hole mini golf course and a state-of-the-art arcade.
Delicious craft pizza kitchen and a full bar. Think unique cocktails, gourmet coffee, and the perfect place to refuel after all the fun.
Plus, relax in our outdoor lawn area with the playground, live music stage, a huge television for watch parties, and free Wi-Fi too. It's perfect for work or play.
And if you're planning a party, Throttle and Swing can handle it. Any size gathering, we got you covered.
So, what are you waiting for? Head over to NOLA Motorsports Park on the West Bank and experience the unparalleled excitement of Throttle and Swing.
Throttle and Swing at NOLA Motorsports Park. Get your adrenaline pumping.
I'm Ference Toth, host of the Your Personal Bank Show. I use common sense as an entrepreneur, financial literacy educator, and speaker to understand how current events affect our money, economy, and our freedom. Grow your money safely, reduce taxes, increase returns, and create positive arbitrage with Your Personal Bank. Tune in to the Your Personal Bank Show, Saturdays at 11 a.m. or contact Ference at yourpersonalbank.com. The Your Personal Bank Show, Saturdays at 11 a.m. on WGSO 990
really
a.m.
listens
New
to
Orleans.
talk radio, or even who is
this new Lisa and why are we going live with her? And what does it mean to be unscripted? Hey guys, my name is Lisa Leonardi and I am the new talk show host of Live with Lisa Unscripted. My show is about living our unique NOLA life with a touch of inappropriateness and a ton of side-splitting laughs to get you home every Monday at 4 p.m. here on WGSO 990 AM.
This hour of programming is brought to you in part by me, Mr. Everything. Don't settle for anything. Ask for everything. Who dat?
Yo, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen and kids of all ages. You're tuned into WGOS 990 AM. And if you want to give us a call, chat with Stan, chat with Ron, chat with Jamie, chat with myself, you can call us at 504-556-9696. Once again, 504-556-9696.
You know I'm calling you out, right?
Yeah.
You said WGSO. You said it the other way.
Oh,
You said SGO.
Yeah.
It's okay.
WGSO.
WGSO.
I'm the only one that caught that.
WGSO. WGSO.
There you go.
We're here live
990
in the
AM.
studio today with Stanley Meadows. He's a partner over there at Trinos, right around the corner on St. Charles Avenue.
And one of our new sponsors.
And one of our favorite spots to go here in New Orleans.
And also we have Mr. Vibes with us today.
That's right, Mr. Vibes.
He's bright and shiny. He was created by a very dear friend of the show.
That's right.
And he thought we should have it. And he did a heck of a job with it. And we're pleased to do every show now with Mr. Vibes.
Mr. Vibes helping us with our words of the day, wisdom and understanding. So,
Yes.
please.
Wisdom and understanding is always a good thing, right, guys?
That's right.
So one of those things I want you guys to understand that we didn't get a chance to talk about because we had to pay a couple bills on the way out. We only talked about the world is full of good people. If you don't see one, be one. That's one of our big things. But the second thing that we do, that we're speaking of the big six, I could get into now because we have a little bit more time. And it's basically always have humility, empathy, and compassion for yourself first, right? Because highly motivated people, we don't really always have a lot of empathy and humility and compassion for ourselves, Stan. You know, like a lot of times people we only focus on the things that we have to still achieve rather than things we have achieved. And we wouldn't want to get caught up in a place where we're celebrating something and we still have more work to do. But you should celebrate yourself. So that's the first three. That's okay. And the second three things that are okay is always help people, because helping the people will end up being an inside job for you, right? You'll start getting more out of it than actually helping a person. And then the second thing is always try to be better than the day before, because we're just not perfect. I mean, I don't know if you guys know anybody perfect, but I know anybody who's perfect, they just don't exist. And the thing is, you can always turn a page, whether you missed that email, whether you missed the break, or whether you didn't get the big six right at the time.
Right.
Whatever, you can always turn a page and start over.
Start over again.
And that was the fifth thing. And this last thing is the sixth thing that I love the most, Stan. And this is the most: leave the world better than you found it. Now, how do you do that? You can do it in so many different ways. You can do it with food, water, and air. But one of the things I'm talking about is walk right out of this studio, see a stranger, talk to them, have a good conversation with them, have a good vibe, and you guys walk away feeling great. And then all of a sudden do it to 3 or 4 more people. Isn't that leaving the world better than you found it, guys?
Yeah.
So those are the big 6 things we want you to take from Only Good Vibes News Network. And we're going to reinforce that a lot in season 2.
I always like to follow that up with it. If you see someone without a smile, give them yours. That's one.
Man, I'm not giving anybody my smile.
That's one thing you can do really easy. It's free. It spreads positive energy instantly, and it's always a good vibe. A big smile on your face.
Back to our in-house guest, who's our super sponsor. We want to get back into these questions with Stan. Stan, welcome back again, man. And we can't say thank you enough for your time, because we understand here at Only Good Vibes News Network that your time is the most important thing that you have on this earth. So if people want to give you a slice of your time or whatever, that's very admirable of them and a huge thing. So we really want to make sure that you understand how much it means to us for you to be here. But I want to ask you another question. You already talked about the food and What's a favorite drink? It could be a mocktail because Jamie and I, we're kind of nerdy. We're drinking mocktails, but yeah.
My personal favorite drink,
New Orleans drink, I should say.
daiquiri.
Ooh,
would be
which flavor?
Would be stink juice.
Oh, I know where that one's coming from.
Which it's made with. It tastes like a dreamsicle. Remember when you?
Yes.
Yeah. A little. It's creamy, a little orange. You know. Yeah.
And the kick is moonshine.
Oh,
really?
Geez. Now that's a kick.
190 octane.
What?
But I call it moonshine because it is.
That's what it is.
That's gasoline.
That would be my favorite daiquiri.
Nice.
My favorite go-to drink would be unsweet tea and vodka.
Wow.
Is there a name for that? I just sip on it a little bit.
Is there a name for that, or we have to call that the stand?
You call that the stand. A lot of people they call it the ice pick, but ice pick has sweet tea.
That's what I was about to say.
And I try to watch my boys' figures so I don't eat sugar.
Well, Stan, I think that that is in check. I don't think you have to worry about that. One other thing I really, really, really want to ask you is, what's your favorite music, Stan? When you want to listen to some music and jam out,
what
do you listen
to?
Well, it confuses a lot of people because I've got hair about halfway down my back and a beard, and a lot of people accuse me of being a hippie. But I am not a hippie. I'm a rocker.
Same thing happened.
And my favorite bands would be number one, Tornado Rider.
Oh,
you've probably never heard of them, but YouTube it. Big Tornado Rider fan. Seen them over 80 shows. Rolling Stones.
Oh yeah.
As Joe Dirt would say, Van Halen, not Van Hagar.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite. Widespread Panic. Never try to miss a show. When Chef Jim Richard takes you to your first jazz fest.
All right.
That's saying something. So.
Yes. So that leads that segue right into our next question we were going to ask. This is a very touchy question for a lot of people. So, your favorite, Mardi Gras or Jazz Fest?
Well, I would say it depends on what time of the year it is. This time of the year, it's Mardi Gras. Give it a couple months, it's going to be Jazz Fest.
I think we got a new person running for mayor. It might be Stan, might be the new mayor of New Orleans.
I love them both equally, and really what I love about them is our employees at Trenas and all throughout the city, hospitality industry gets to make some money. And pay their bills, and I always appreciate that part of it, just like the Super Bowl when it came around.
Amen. We're going to get on that, but I wanted to just go back to Trenas for 1 second. So, you guys have been there how long, Stan?
10 years.
10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Time flies when you're having fun.
So, what is a most memorable Mardi Gras moment, good or bad, that you've had at Trenas, or a good one and a not so great one? Either one you want.
Well, they're all good. For the first 7 years, we put a tent outside Trenas right on the parade route, and we'd have 3 bars and have food service out there. And probably my favorite part, there's a group that comes to town called Rhodes Scholars. And they're great people. They're retired people. I think the average age is about 85. And they come to Mardi Gras every year, and they sit in the stands, and we feed them. And one year I decided to give them a little lagniappe, so I made Jello shots and took it to them and handed them out. They were told everything was fine, and they really liked those Jello shots. I don't know if it's psychosomatic or not. I've never seen anybody get a buzz on a Jello shot, but they were having a great time. That was one of my favorite.
What's their names again, Stan?
Rhodes Scholars.
The Rhodes Scholars. We love you here in New Orleans, and come on back down. Mardi Gras is in 2 weeks.
They're going to be here in a few weeks.
Sure, they'll be here.
Awesome. Well, that was really fun. And now let's talk about this past week, Stan. I mean, if I could, I'm just going to tell you guys, I'm going to go out on a limb first and tell them how I felt. I felt like I've never been so proud of New Orleans in a long time. Like, we really showed up and showed out, behaved. And I can't say this without saying I want to apologize to the Philadelphia fans. I never said anything bad. I just thought in my mind that things could get out of hand and out of control and wild, because that's just their nature. But they were very well behaved. I must say so myself.
Well, you got to understand the types of fans that come to the Super Bowl are not the same fans who are burning cars on the streets of Philadelphia.
Not true. But I mean, I hear you, but they were there. I'm telling you, man.
I mean, they weren't burning cars here, but they still were doing that in Philadelphia. So I must disagree.
Okay. I just think that they were on their best behavior, is what I think that they were.
Yeah, I mean,
they had the matches in their pockets. They just didn't like it.
I just think that the Super Bowl priced the more rambunctious fans out of the picture.
Well, we had a great Super Bowl at Trinaus and in the Intercontinental Hotel. A great crowd. Everybody was very well behaved. I was pretty nervous at first, so I hired security at the hotel to stand out front with what's going on in the world.
Amen.
Sent them home after 2 days. I didn't need them. Everybody was
that's
nice.
Great.
Everybody tipping.
I love that.
The bartenders telling the staff how much they appreciate them being there.
I love that. I want to hear more about the Super Bowl experience over there at Trinaus when we come back for our final segment here, Stan.
Yeah, Sam, I'm gonna tell you, man, time flies when you're having fun. And we can't say thank you enough. But what we do want to say is that we shall return with more stories from Stan and Trinaus.
Only Good Vibes News Network is 445 on WGSO.
Holla at your people. 504-556-9696. Who that?
Looking for something new and exciting?
Then get ready to run your engines at Throttle and Swing, the ultimate entertainment destination at NOLA Motorsports Park.
That's right. We're talking an 80 configuration go-kart track that'll have you feeling like a pro racer.
But that's not all. We've also got a brand new 18-hole mini golf course and a state-of-the-art arcade.
Delicious craft pizza kitchen and a full bar. Think unique cocktails, gourmet coffee, and a perfect place to refuel after all the fun.
Plus, relax in our outdoor lawn area with the playground, live music stage, a huge television for watch parties, and free Wi-Fi too. It's perfect for work or play.
And if you're planning a party, Throttle and Swing can handle it. Any size gathering, we got you.
So, what are you waiting for? Head over to NOLA Motorsports Park on the West Bank and experience the unparalleled excitement of Throttle and Swing.
Throttle and Swing at NOLA Motorsports Park. Get your adrenaline pumping.
This is Kate Delaney from America Tonight. The show kicks on at midnight, and I'm loving the overwhelming support in New Orleans. What a group of fantastic listeners here on WGSO 990 AM. Join me every morning to catch up on what I call the buzz in your backyard and mine. You'll hear some of the most interesting people on the planet from the world of business, politics, sports, and, well, just intriguing people with a story to tell. If you're around, give us a call. Don't worry, I'll spit out the number plenty of times on the air. Let's agree to meet at midnight right here on WGSO 990 AM in New Orleans.
Real Talk with Revolution is back. Please join us from 11 to 12 every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on WGSO 990 AM and streaming live at WGSO.com.
Hello, this is Jack Clay. I want to thank all my listeners and the support I get here at WGSO for making our program, The Jack Clegg Show, successful. Along with that success has come a change in time zones. No, we're not moving to the Pacific time zone, but we are changing the time of our show. Now, for the immediate future, we'll be 11 a.m. to noon on Tuesday and Thursday. Callers are welcome. That's a Jack Clegg Show at 11 a.m. to noon. Thanks for listening.
Hey, red, white dude in WGSO Nation. Do you remember when radio in New Orleans had a swagger? You know, before Scoot replaced Ambien, when Broad was both a street and a song by Louisiana LaRue, when it was a radio stunt for a guy to dance on Canal Street in a dress, but today it's just called a DoorDash delivery. Well, back when iHeart wasn't an AI-generated audio nightmare, but something you said to your buddies as in, oh, I heart her. Hey, it's the King Dude, and you can't go back, but you can Radio MAGA with me weekday mornings at 6.
You might be afraid to speak out for fear of cancel culture or losing your job. Christian Garrick Show on WGSO is your platform, noon to 2, weekdays, right here on 990 AM WGSO.
Hello, this is David Jeremiah. Join me each weekday morning at 4:30 or 5:30 a.m. for Turning Point on the community voice of the Crescent City WGSO.
What's up, my people? This is Derek Smoker Freeman. You're listening to the Only Good Vibes News Network with Jamie and Whistle right here on AM 990 in New Orleans. Yeah.
You got the accent, Joey the positive.
Here we go. Accentuate the positive. That's my man, Dr. John. There.
Mac Rabanak. You like Mac?
Love it.
Mac is a solid guy, man. I gotta tell you, dude. He is one of those guys that are just quintessential New Orleans in every nth degree. That New Orleanians just really, we hold that guy so high. And for me to call him a friend and like know him really is special. And we miss him. John, we miss him.
Speaking of New Orleans, Stanley, I know you say you come over from the Gulf Coast. What attracted you to New Orleans initially, and tell us a little bit about your relationship. I know you've been coming here for years and years.
I've always visited New Orleans. I've lived in Santa Rosa Beach for 20 years of my life, and when we had the opportunity to open a restaurant over here, I was just going to come and get it open and hire people to manage it. And got to the city, and I'm like, "What are you crazy? Stay for another couple of years." And 10 years later, I'm still here.
Amen to that.
I did take a break, for a couple of years and drove around the country during COVID, trying to see the world and climb mountains and whatever. But
that must have been amazing.
It was great. Visited 26 states in 2 years. Seen a lot of stuff. Had the opportunity to bring it all back to New Orleans by talking about it once a week on the radio and Tom's show. And got to blaze a few new trails. Nice. Fried chicken, meat and three, and tamale trails. That's my favorite.
Tell me about the meat and three. That's always something that I like a lot. Down here in New Orleans, they call them plates.
They call them plates. In Missouri, it's a home of meat and threes.
Oh, that's where it's originated.
Yeah, in the Ozark Mountains, beautiful up there, and a lot of barbecue because they have a lot of hickory trees up there, so they got to do something with that wood. Meat and threes, you got to have the greens, you got to have potatoes, you got to have yams, you got to have banana pudding.
Okay.
And my meat and threes usually turn into a meat and six.
What's your protein? What do you usually do? Baked chicken, pork chops? What's your go-to?
Fried pork chops, fried chicken.
Nice.
And trying to find a good carrot souffle like Piccadilly Cafe used to make. It's almost impossible.
Now is there a place that you just had a meat and three that you think about, a type of thing you're falling asleep? You go, oh, I gotta go to Arkansas Hot Springs, this gas station in Hot Springs.
It's a gas station called Smalley's and Convenience Store.
Oh, what a great name!
Right on the Current River in Van Buren, Missouri.
Van Buren, Missouri,
which is right across the Arkansas border.
What'd you get?
I got the fried chicken every time.
All right.
And you get something to go with you.
Nice.
What are the sides?
Always mashed potatoes, green beans.
You get the gravy or no?
Always the gravy.
Always the gravy.
On the side, though.
On the side.
I'm still trying to watch my
boyish figure, ladies and
banana pudding.
Banana pudding.
Wow. To get it. But, I got a 90-pound dog named Franco. Looks like Lassie, and he usually gets hold of some of that chicken, too.
Have you tried the banana pudding here in town at Parkway Bakery?
I have.
And?
It's not Smalley's Inconvenience Store.
All right.
But I do love Parkway Bakery. I love their po' boys.
But it's the only place I could think of in town that has a banana pudding that even is worth mentioning.
It's embarrassing to tell you where I ate banana pudding from. I ate banana pudding from a convenience store.
Oh,
I mean, it was delicious.
He was saying the convenience store has the best food in the world. So which one?
I'm just saying that it's Canseco's.
Oh, okay, that's not a
I
convenience
mean,
store.
I feel like they got
grocery
these
store.
little ladies. They got kidnapped back there, and they're like, "You're gonna make this, or we're not gonna let you go." And they're doing a heck of a job.
At least Smalley's is
Some
an
convenience stores do.
Right, Smalley's is the inconvenience store.
Some. So one of the things, Stan, I gotta say, man. But before I left, I told my wife, I was like, I want to have something. I've been having a taste for it. And she said, what do you want? I told her barbecue. And she goes, where do you want to go? And I was like, I want to cook it. So, I mean, I really love cooking. Jamie, you had some of my barbecue.
Yeah, you do it good, man. Like you do it proud on the grill.
Yeah, so
natural charcoal action.
Yes. So that's my question. So what do you cook when you cook your barbecue? Do you use coals or gas?
And then coals, do you use like matchlight coals or like charcoal?
Most of the barbecue I make is when I camp a lot. Take the motor on to
Okay.
the state parks around here. They're beautiful. And I've got an old grill, just an old Weber grill. And if I want to smoke something with it, I'll take an oyster box that oyster comes in because they're wax boxes, and put ice in it. And whenever it smokes, the smoke runs through that ice and it kind of slows it down a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And I smoke it low and slow.
Wow.
And usually good brisket, good ribs, like smoking ribs.
Stan, ladies and gentlemen, is the man of mystery.
Stan, have you tried Gonzo's barbecue? It's way.
I
over
have
across
tried Gonzo's barbecue. I've reported on Gonzo's barbecue.
Oh, okay.
I've reviewed them. Those cats are open one day a week.
Yeah.
By Laplace, I can't remember the name of the town, somewhere by Laplace. And those burnt ends they've got.
Oh man, I love that place. That's the only place I'll stand in line for an hour to eat barbecue. I'll tell you what.
And I'll tell you, I go by their booth when we're not winning Po' Boy Fest. We're participating in it somehow. And I go by their booth, and I go by Scyther's booth a lot.
Yeah. Both of those guys are extremely good, but you need to start paying attention to Southern. What's the name of these guys? The black truck, Southern. They won everything last year.
Oh, it's called Southern.
Southern.
Yeah,
That's just the name of it.
Exactly.
I think they're opening a brick and mortar place.
Are they?
I think so. Yeah.
They're really good.
I'm
That
gonna
chicken
need to talk
sandwich.
to them. They seem to be doing pretty good with what they're doing now.
What's your favorite chicken sandwich?
My favorite chicken sandwich
Where's
would
it
be
from?
one I make because I buy it at Calvin's in Baton Rouge.
Ooh.
The little grocery store there. Best chicken salad ever. It's more like a pate.
Oh, chicken salad.
Chicken salad. I meant chicken sandwich, like Popeyes to the
Oh,
fried
chicken
salad.
sandwich. That'd be Popeyes.
Ah.
Gotta be Popeyes.
I always say that Popeye's chicken sandwich is the most fun you can have for $5. I'll tell you what.
And you got to get it plain because then they make it fresh.
Right.
If you get it plain, they got to start all over, make it fresh, and you take it home, put the hot sauce on it.
That's a good
little
hack,
bit of
yeah.
pepper. That's all you need.
Love it. Man, we're learning things here today.
That's one of the things. Ron, what's your favorite chicken sandwich? Don't say Popeyes. I'm joking. You can say whatever you want. You can say Popeyes if it's Popeyes. I mean,
Popeyes really, but we close it out. Popeyes. If I had a choice, Popeyes would be my pick.
Popeyes would be your pick.
Mhm.
All right. Well, there you have it. Hey, if you have a chicken sandwich you think we just dying to try, call us over here next week and let us know about it. You're listening to Only Good Vibes News Network on WGSO 990 New Orleans. Remember, the world is full of good people.
if you don't see one, be one. Stan, thank you so much for your time today, man. Like, we can't say thank you enough. We hope this was just as much fun for you as it was for me, us, and our listeners, because I'm getting all kinds of texts saying, ask him this, ask him that. Sorry, guys, I can't ask him because we are done. It's so much fun.
Not only that, if you have a question, call us
next time.
They got this and that with a rattle